Alright, what? Damn it. I never know what date it is. I start off like that every time.
My favorite part about living like right across from you is that I can hear your retakes sometimes.
But yeah, welcome to August 22nd's vlog. Today we're gonna do something that I've been trying to get my roommates to go do with me. Literally for like 2 years, ever since we've been here in Atlanta, because Atlanta is like a really big city, it's a really big multicultural center. It has a lot of Chinese restaurants, and that is I've wanted to go to Yum Cha. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically a Cantonese term that refers to the originally British custom of drinking tea, usually around 10:45 or 11 o'clock in the morning. You guys might know of it as brunch, but Americans more know it as dim sum, or going to eat dim sum, which is what they serve there. Now, luckily, my boy Sanders is here. You guys know him as a culinary, what would you say it? I don't know. Specialist entrepreneur.
I like that.
He definitely likes to go try a bunch of stuff, which is awesome. But moreover, my dude's also Jewish, right?
Yep.
And the reason why that's relevant, not just because I'm just asking him if he's Jewish, is Jewish people love Chinese food. And they love Chinese food, especially on one day of the year, pretty much because every other restaurant is closed, and that is Christmas Day. So if you ever want to see a whole bunch of Jewish people eating Chinese food, go to your local Chinese food restaurant on Christmas Day. But because of that fact, my dude's actually been exposed to this culture before, has already had dim sum, is actually really excited. I literally put it in our group text this morning. It's like, does anybody want to go to dim sum or go to Yum Cha? And immediately this dude was like, hell yes. And I was like, okay, I kind of expected to get totally faded on that question and no one was going to answer, because no one's ever wanted to go. Not that I didn't run around this whole house and ask everybody if they wanted to go, which I was met with sharp no's. Because the food we're going to go try today, if you didn't, I guess I really didn't even explain it. It's basically dim sum or Yum Chas, when they push around all these carts filled with a whole bunch of really authentic like Chinese appetizers, different kinds of dumplings, different kinds of seafood. And you just pick and choose what you want, and they put it onto your table, and you just kind of like eat like appetizer style. And it's mostly seafood, and it, you know, probably to a non-Asian person or someone that's accustomed to eating Asian food, it probably looks a little funny.
Yeah, smells funky.
Definitely a couple things smell a little weird, but believe it or not, those things actually taste amazing. So no, what we're gonna do today is basically go show you guys what it's like to go get Yum Cha or go to eat dim sum. And it's about 25 minutes away, and it's also, I didn't tell you this yet, it's actually right across the street from like the most famous international farmers market here in Atlanta. And it is, I've been there, I used to go there when I used to live there, when I was working at SCUF Gaming. I lived like literally 5 minutes from the place. It is the #1 place to go to get anything Asian. It's a huge farmers market, so the amount of produce is just ridiculous. The selection there, they have like 90 kinds of like green beans.
Spooky too. There's like some crazy shit there.
Yeah, but yeah, no, we're gonna go ahead and get going because I'm starving and I can't wait to do this. I've actually been really excited to show you guys this for so long, because it's a piece of like my Chinese culture that I've never showed you guys before, because I live with a bunch of white people. So we just kind of witnessed an accident. I had to go look at the GoPro footage, but it seems like that truck over there, you know, somehow collided with this motorcyclist over here, who's up and walking around and joking around and smiling, so he's fine. You can still see the glass from stuff right there. There's the cops. What? Don't honk. Really? You guys are honking? There's an accident. See, people are pricks. Now, I did forget to mention one thing. Now, obviously, this parking lot's completely empty. This is traditionally done on like Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. But yeah, not traditionally only done on the weekends, but this place actually does it all day, all the way until 9 o'clock.
It has the smell.
Yeah,
That's the dim sum smell.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sick. I was actually stoked, because this is the place I used to come to all the time, but only on the weekends when my mother would drive up or drive down from North Carolina. But now I called them before we got here, and they're like, yeah, no, we do just dim sum until like 9 o'clock or something. Also, I didn't ask, but usually one of my favorite parts is the tea, because they bring bole or jasmine tea. It's most likely bole tea. I spilt a little when I moved it. No, this place is gonna get slaughtered here in a minute. Can I show you? That's what they do. I'm not filming you, don't worry. I'm just doing this. Is they bring around this like cart with all these little dishes, and you basically pick out what you like. So we did sumai, which is like pretty much a staple for this. This is like chassis baos.
Lobak.
Thank you.
Yeah, lobak. All right, cool. Do you guys do lobak? Do you have that? That's like I wanted you to try that if they had that. It's like a turnip cake fried. It's really, really good. We can buy it at the market though. Yeah, this will be like pork and this will be shrimp. And then yeah, this is like, I think I've actually shown these in vlogs before. It's like a bun with sweet meat inside of it.
Gamers would be disgusted by that.
Yeah, I know. So this is why I can only convince Sanders to come. All of our closed-minded roommates wouldn't come here, but now I'm about to gorge. Also, the really only difference, the reason why I pointed out that it's usually consumed on Friday or Saturday or Sunday afternoon, usually it'll have like hundreds of carts running around. Not hundreds, you know, literally a lot more carts with a whole lot more selection. This place is usually packed, and for that reason, because obviously when there's more people here, they can have more variety and more selection and things like that. So that's the only difference. I mean, it's still really good, but obviously, like, we'll have to come back here one of these days, like to follow up on this vlog, like during one of those times, just so we can try like the crazy authentic stuff. Yeah, sure. We'll just. No, I'm going. Sorry, but can we definitely do the hairy? Yeah, that. I don't know the name for it. My mom calls it the hairy dumpling. I legit. Yeah. It's a it's the same kind of thick rice noodle. It's really, really good actually.
Like the mochi stuff.
But the packaging.
That's up to you. Do you want those?
Which one?
And this one's the fried shrimp, butterfly shrimp.
Yeah.
Butterfly shrimp.
Sauce on the side.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Thing we were literally just talking about. They actually had. She went and found it. So you have to try it. It's usually this.
Yeah, what is
That's the daikon turnip cake the thing we were just talking about.
How about the changfen?
Is it the flat rice noodle? Yes, definitely. All right, you have to try that. Yeah, that one's actually like my favorite dish usually.
It's like kind of like similar.
Very similar, but yeah, the noodle's a lot softer. We definitely cleaned out this place. I hope these other people weren't hungry. Also, what's usually best about coming to this place is you can bring a whole lot of people, so you can try a whole lot of stuff. But luckily, me and Sanders are just gonna sit here and get fat, or just bring a whole lot home. I'm actually really stoked. This is like all my favorite stuff. You have to try this. I think you'll really like that.
The hairy.
Yeah, it's like a very flaky stuff with like a pasty meat filling. Here's a tip though. Usually when we come here, like my family especially, we don't get the buns because we can get those at the grocery store and they're really filling. Because you come here, you get really full really quickly when you want cheap trying stuff. So we usually avoid the buns, but no, they're really good as well. So yeah, if you guys, I'm gonna try and put this video up early so I don't give you guys all like food cravings at like midnight again.
This video's going up at 1 a.m.
No, I'm actually trying to finish it early so I can get home and stream Uncharted. My favorite game, Uncharted 4, was pretty much the reason why I'm still streaming now, because I got really into streaming after playing that game, and now they've released another one, which I don't actually know the backstory for. Isn't it the story of the girl that went to save him? It's the story. I think it's the prequel to Uncharted 4, if I'm correct. I'm not actually sure. This is the dish you really have to try, and it's like a really soft rice noodle with shrimp in it. It's pretty basically like a flat version of hogao. It's really, really good. Probably my favorite thing.
It's just so chewy.
Yeah, it is. It's that really thick noodle, like mochi, like she was trying to explain. That was good, wasn't it?
It's fine. I just got one without shrimp in it though.
Yeah, just the noodle's good.
The noodle, yeah.
Just the noodle. When I've taken other people to try some, that was their favorite, like every time, hands down. That or the hagao, which we don't have yet, but Will's coming. All right, here's the hairy dumpling. This is actually my mom's favorite. And it's basically a really flaky, like crumbly skin around like a paste dumpling full of meat.
Now that you've split them open, they look like balls.
Yeah, I mean,
like hairy balls.
Damn. They taste really good, I promise you. There we go. That's why I split it, because it's kind of big. Yeah, it's really, really good, isn't it? That's why I can't bring Chaos Gone or Crispy here, is they would never even try something like this, but it's actually really good. So this is the real test to see if Sanders' palate is truly non-regional. It's basically, yeah. No. It's basically a fried radish or turnip cake.
That's so good.
Yeah, right? It's surprisingly amazing for such an unlikely candidate.
Oh, it tastes like it's weird because there's a Jewish meal or something from like some holiday. It tastes like this.
Really? Now this is also a plain form. Sometimes they come with little pieces of shrimp and meat in it. I prefer this to straight up daikon cake. And you can get it at any international farmers market or any international store. They'll call it either radish cake, turnip cake, daikon is very popular. Daikon cake. It is simple, it's really great. You just cut it up and fry it lightly. I was so hyped when you said that you were gonna come, because I would love to come do this, but I wasn't gonna come do it by myself, obviously. And plus, you know, it was cool to be able to show some of it to somebody. It's a little bit of a cultural thing. Now, I'm trying to remember if I've actually vlogged this before or not. I think I vlogged it very briefly, maybe, or made a video, I think, once with my mom, but didn't actually like go into detail because my mom doesn't like being on film and stuff like that. And the restaurant was really full. Huge shout out to you. Like I said, yeah, would have never got to come otherwise. Hopefully we can come back again on a day like a Saturday afternoon or something when it's packed and we can try like a whole bunch of different stuff. But nah, I think we're gonna get all this boxed up and then head over to that International Farmers Market. I want to get some fruit if nothing else. And I've actually already vlogged that place. I think I went there, I don't know when it was, but I went there with Fuya at some point because she came down here all the way to like help me go shopping once. We kind of ran through there and we got a whole bunch of stuff, but she wouldn't come here for this part. So I had to buy all the stuff we pretty much ate here frozen from there and then go home and steam it myself, which I'll most likely do anyways because we're already here. That was actually funny. Even the lady, because she noticed that we were filming and stuff, she's like, you gotta come back on the weekend. You gotta come here when it's like popping and vibing. It's like going to someone's like nightclub, like on like a Tuesday afternoon. It's like, it's cool, but you should come when there's like, you know, all the people here and all the selection and stuff. But now we're off to the market. And here it is, always packed to the gills, because this place literally has like everything you could possibly need. And it's cheap. Bless you, by the way.
Thank you, I'm allergic to the sun.
I actually got heat rash on our cruise. I didn't say it in my vlogs earlier, but
anytime I step out in the sun, I sneeze. I sneeze when we walk out.
Really? Wow, that's actually kind of funny. Now I found out like recently that I'm allergic to silver, nickel, and sun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite the combination.
Not that I eat pomegranates or anything, but I can't find pomegranates at any place in the shop.
Yeah, no, this place will have absolutely 9 types of everything you could ever want, pretty much. So many vegetables. Fresh coyote?
Fresh coyote?
That's not actually coyote. Is that how it's pronounced?
No, I have no idea what this is. That's why I'm so curious.
Coyote?
Feel it.
No, I'm good.
No, you gotta feel it.
Man. Yeah, no.
It's prickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks prickly.
I'm gonna buy one of these.
You're gonna buy one?
Just because I want to know what this is like. That's what I'm scared he's gonna do. I was like, ow.
Yeah, I really wish I grabbed it. He went to pick one of these up, literally pulled his hand down, and he had like 4 or 5 spines sticking out of his fingers.
You can still feel it through your head.
No, I'm good. But no, actually one of the main reasons I used to come to this place is they make their own tofu. So you can get fresh tofu here, and then they also have fresh rice noodles as well, like right here. Like that stuff right there is fire. All right, and then over there they have like a, I don't know, it's a bakery, but they also have a lot of Spanish themed items. There's a small deli over there, and then here's this huge, really? Really?
I dropped my chair.
And we're out. So, it's funny, as much as I gassed this place for being amazing, because it actually is, as soon as we got in there, probably about after like 2 or 3 minutes, we got told by the manager that we couldn't film in there. Nah, he was cool about it.
He's a nice guy.
He was actually pretty cool about it, and he even explained that they didn't even let like famous chefs, like he name dropped Anthony Bourdain, which sounds extremely familiar, but they even said they didn't allow him to film in there, and that he had to go ask like special permission and stuff like that. So we just went ahead and shut off our cameras. But don't let that deter you from ever coming here, because it's absolutely amazing. But no, it was kind of funny that I was like just about to show my dude like the world of this place, because literally every country has its own aisle in there. Their seafood selection is amazing. The amount of like different cultures that they have absolutely everything for is just astonishing. So no, it's a really cool place, and if you really wanted to know more about it, I've actually been here before and vlogged and got away. Really, Fuya, honk if you're cool, and then draws a dick.
Right here.
Oh yeah, that's Fuya stinks. I wrote that one.
Got him.
No.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, you gotta do it on the side. Yeah, I'll come help you.
Yeah.
But no, I've actually been here before with Fuya and like vlogged the whole entire process and showed you guys everything. So if you guys wanted to know, I'll go link that vlog in the video description below so you can go check it out, because it's the same place. But no, I wanted to come show Sanders because he has such an affinity for, you know, everything that is, you know, what is it, culinary arts?
Culinary experience.
Culinary experiences, food from different cultures and stuff, which is something I actually really enjoy. Half of the, you know, the best parts of traveling for me are always the food. Even the people you meet at restaurants are always really cool because they always like are so used to, especially in tourist areas, and meeting new and different cultures, and usually really nice about explaining stuff. But nah, Buford Highway Farmers Market. It is known far and wide as being like the best one here in Atlanta. So if you're coming here to film a YouTube video, not the greatest place, but if you want amazing food, it's like can't beat it anywhere else. But nah, time to head back to the house, see what the rest of the team's doing. Most likely up to no good. So see you there. Alright guys, we just got home. I am full of food. Definitely looking forward to eating more later because I literally just bought all my favorite foods. I think even Sanders is gonna cook some Asian stuff tonight too, so that's gonna be epic. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this vlog a little early because I'm really looking forward to streaming Uncharted all night long. I can't stress it enough. Uncharted 4 was literally my favorite streaming experience ever. It was one of my favorite games. And I didn't even know Lost Legacy was coming out until last night. So I already downloaded it on my PS4. I'm just really excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up a little earlier than I normally would. But I'm definitely bringing back like the vlog hype spam because I'm gonna start like vlogging a little bit of my streams to add on to the end of my video. So if you stop by my stream tonight, twitch.tv/KOSDFF, definitely drop the vlog hype. I'm definitely gonna record it. One of these days I'm gonna do like an all-day stream and I'll finally vlog what it's like to actually stream. Not that you can't tell what most of it's like from obviously the webcam, but like the before and after and the breaks in between, and then kind of like the planning of it and all. Like, we haven't gotten back to doing our like huge like fully scheduled streams where it has a whole bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of people involved. Like, I'm definitely gonna get back to that point, but I'm gonna go ahead and start editing so that I can game all night like a huge nerd. So hope to see you there, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy today's vlog. See you guys tomorrow.